upgrade!
We finally have a weapon, in my opinion, that rivals the Siegebreaker. This isn't a Hydra, this isn't a Nocturno, this isn't a Gravedigger. This is the Silenced Specter, a brand new weapon from the brand new event. But how good is the Silenced Specter? Is it better than the Siegebreaker? And typically, event weapons have been pretty hit or miss. What makes this one so special? And today, we'll be taking a look at both the Siegebreaker and the Silenced Specter to find out which one will reign supreme. So after we are done taking a look at both weapons, there will be a link down below for you guys to vote on which one you think is better. But anyway guys, how's it going? My name is Checker and welcome to today's video. Today, like I said before, we will be taking a look at the Silenced Specter and the Siegebreaker. And first and foremost, let's go over the similarities of these weapons. After all, they are pretty similar weapons. For our comparison, we will be taking a look at a level 1 Siegebreaker and a level 1 Specter. This is really important. If I were to compare my best Siegebreaker and my best Silenced Specter, that would be very unfair because both of them are leveled up to 106 and perks are affecting the stats. If we take a look at the level 1 stats, they will not be affected by perks. And keep in mind, the perks on these weapons are not static, which is why we have to take a look at the level 1s. But up first, we have the Siegebreaker dealing more damage. Then we have the Silenced Specter dealing more critical hit chance and hit damage and also a higher fire rate. Both share the same 30-round magazine size. Range is increased on the Siegebreaker. Both have the same durability. The Silenced Specter has a slightly faster reload speed. The ammo cost is the same and the impact is slightly higher on the Siegebreaker. And overall, the Siegebreaker has a higher DPS than the Silenced Specter. And here's the shooting test for these level 1 weapons. These are 3 clips being fired from each weapon. As you guys can see here, the Siegebreaker is a slower firing weapon, has better accuracy and better range, whereas the Silenced Specter has worse accuracy, albeit decent accuracy, but has a much faster fire rate and reload speed, making this weapon suck down that ammo much faster. But that's not always going to be a bad thing, you guys. Obviously, it's going to hurt the amount of damage you can do with one clip, but you will be able to get that clip off faster and reload it that much quicker. And with the perks that I have on my Silenced Specter, you can see it has a higher DPS than my Siegebreaker, simply due to the fact that it fires faster, reloads faster, and has some pretty decent perks. And if we take a collective look at all of the weapons in Fortnite, it is pretty easy to say that these weapons are somewhat similar. In fact, I would even go out on a limb and say that these weapons are very similar weapons. But which one is better? I mean, that's the whole point of this video. Which one is the better weapon? Before I go and tell you guys which one is my favorite weapon, there's a link down in the description down below. You guys can go vote there and tell me which one you think is better. Do you think the Siegebreaker is better? Do you think the Silenced Specter is better? Vote down below. And ultimately, guys, that will probably be the better answer as to which one is better. I obviously have my opinion, but that's just my opinion. You guys voting down below will have a collective opinion and thusly making it probably a better opinion. But if you do want my opinion, I honestly think that the better weapon is the Siegebreaker and the Silenced Specter. They're both really good guns, guys. Simply put, the Siegebreaker is a better weapon for mid to long range, whereas the Silenced Specter, in my opinion, is a better weapon for close and mid range. And keep in mind that these weapons will be heavily influenced by perks. As we saw before, my level 1 Siegebreaker had a higher DPS than my Silenced Specter, but then, due to perks, my 106 Silenced Specter had a higher DPS than my Siegebreaker. So honestly, it kind of depends on your playstyle. If I had to choose a weapon though, I do really like the Silenced Specter a little bit more. There's just something about it. It's reasonably accurate. It does some pretty decent damage. I mean, I just love it. And don't get me wrong, guys, the Siegebreaker is a great weapon, definitely one of the best weapons in the game. But in my opinion, just in my experience, I do like the Silenced Specter better. But like I said, guys, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about these weapons. You can vote down below and also comment down below which one you like better. Tell me how wrong I was or tell me how right I was. But thanks you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.